In fact, many cats have so called behavioral issues, partly because many of us live in apartments where space is always an issue. And we frequently hear that people cannot have cats or cannot have more than one cat in an apartment. Now we're going to hear from Mellow Cat, who has devised a system to maximize her vertical space while also providing her 10 cats. Okay, 10 cats with exactly what they require to be comfortable and confident at home. She is blending functionality and aesthetics with the human space in her home. It is certainly not a coincidence at all that her cats are so mild tempered that they all get along. Let's learn from Mellow Cat.
Wow, thank you so much, Nicole. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us as we look into the vertical living lifestyle for cats. If you want to make sure your cats are healthy and happy in an apartment or in a house, you might need to make sure that they have access to vertical space. Cats naturally like to be up high and they like to be able to climb, to look around, and to watch what's going on around them from above. So think of it like a surveillance camera. They always wanted to do this because if you think about it, their ancestors are used to climbing trees for safety and to hunt. So just think about where it is that they hang out. And that will give us a pretty good idea about how our cats prefer a more natural and enriching environment by adding vertical elements like cat trees, shelves, perches in our households. But you're probably going to ask, I don't know how to do it. I don't have the money. My house doesn't allow me to do XYZ. My landlord, there's a lot of reasons. Fret not. There's a solution for everything. For cats to live a healthy life, that vertical dimension is just as important as good nutrition, regular vet care, group play, quality time, the list goes on. By recognizing and accommodating their vertical tendencies, we not only improve their physical health, but we also improve their mental health. Our cats live happier and more confident and more content lives with us in this shared space because a lot of times people only look at the floor space. That's quite normal as humans, right? But for cats, they think in 3 dimensions. So let's try to put that hat on and start to think like a cat. When people come to my apartment, most, if not all of them, will say, hey, why is your cat so friendly? If you come to my house, they will usually run away and they'll hide under the bed or under the couch. Or some people will tell me, didn't you say you had 10 cats? Wait, how come there's only 6 or 7 or 5? Where's the other ones? I hear that all the time, and people just come counting my cats. Well, the fact is, they're living the way that they prefer to be, and I'm just giving them the option to do what it is that they prefer. When living in an apartment where space is limited, it's important to make the most of that vertical space. In fact, no matter where you live, it's important to look outside of just floor space. Because for any house, we have some stuff there. Furniture, couches, things, people. Do they really want to just hang out there all the time? Not always. This idea is especially important for people who have cats, multiple cats especially, because it uses their natural urge to climb and look around. It satisfies their need to be explorative, curious, and to hide. That's very important because with different cats, they have different preferences and different personas. These raised areas give them a safe place to hide, to play, to rest, and it also lowers their stress level. It makes them feel confident if something happens, or if somebody comes over, or if they're just having a day that they don't want to hang out with anybody. Humans have that too, and we can just go back to our room. Where's that room for cats? So this is key to keeping them healthy. Imagine a life that's free of stress. This really lowers it for them. It's no coincidence that my cats are so calm and so confident. Come on, all 10 of them are like that. Adding vertical elements to their environment isn't just a nice to have. It's actually an integral part of their natural need for safety and territory. For those of you who's been observing your cats, ever notice they like to be on I don't know, your fridge, TV, your desk, anything high up. It's like their ancestors. They're up on trees. Safety. They like to be just checking out on things and knowing that things can't sneak up on them. We're not just giving them a room with a view when we give them these shelves or cat trays or other high places. It's doing a lot of things at once, not to mention that it's making your place a lot bigger by not just looking on the floor. Their natural tendency to climb and watch works well with that height advantage. This is very important for skittish cats. For example, Maestro Carlos, Ding Ding, they're just skittish. And that's exactly what they go back to if something happens. And we let them do that. Not only are these places physical, they are also emotional safe havens that make them feel better about things that's happening. Who doesn't want something to fall back on? You might not need it, but it's just nice to know that it's there when you need it. It's easier for cats to feel in charge, to feel calm, and to be involved with their surroundings when they can get their own vertical territory. So do experiment with different shapes, different sizes, different materials. These high altitude refuges are where they show their true cat grace and happiness. Just observe when they actually sleep up there, how much time they spend up there, and what they're doing. Look at their demeanor. Are they breathing heavily? Are they panting? Are they just chilling out? It tells a lot. Not only that, we can work on finding new ways for people and their cats to live together peacefully using this vertical space. The genius idea of vertical designs is that it can meet the cat needs for space without sacrificing how things look or how they work for people. Because for humans, the way that we're built, we don't fly, we don't jump like them. We don't really think about climbing up a wall for the most part. Therefore, making that living space that work for both cats and people by adding cat shelves made of the same stuff as our, say, bookcases, wall-mounted cat trees that complement our decor at home, and vertical scratching posts that is made of the same carpet, the same material. It's actually quite cool for us to look at because it really does blend into the rest of the house. Did I say that some don't even require drilling into the walls as much as it look like it does? It doesn't. These things give our cats their own vertical space without taking up any or very little of the floor space. So our living area stays clean and clear for people, while at the same time, for these cats that need this privacy, is giving them multiple pathways. If they need to, say, dodge a bully or avoid any conflicts by not bunting heads with some of these cats that they're not getting along with. And the most important thing is to find a balance between our desire and the cat's natural instincts so that we can live together in harmony. They're not living in a place that's designed just for us. We're not living in a place that's just designed for them. We're kind of mingling it together so everybody's happy visually and functionally. This method not only lets cats do what they want, but it also keeps our homes looking nice and comfortable. That said, designing this shared space that's welcoming, thoughtful, it shows that we care about our cat's natural way of life is what it's all about, but it does require a lot of deliberate effort. Is it hard? No. Does it require effort? Yes. But once you've got that all in place, then it's just home runs after home runs. So everyone, let's use our homes to make vertical paradises for our cats that won't break the bank as we learn how to do things ourselves. If DIY is your thing, this is good news for you. If not, there are other options where you can buy things off the shelf and make little modifications or just install it and use it. Making a cat-friendly space can be as easy as turning a bookshelf into a bed by securing something to the top of the shelf, or it could be as simple as securing a strong shelf into a catwalk. You can make custom climbing structures by adding carpet or burlap and hammocks out of old t-shirts and wall pegs. Just let your imagination do the work. These can not only be useful for your cat, but the great thing about these DIY projects is that you can make each and every one of them fit into your cat's habits. and the style of your home. Sometimes it's just as simple as taking something that they have been using and attaching it onto the vertical structure in a safe and secure manner. Actually easier than you think. For example, you could use some non-slip materials to make a climbing wall, or hang baskets could use as sleeping pods. You're not just making a home for your cat when you do these projects, but you also show them that you care. They can feel it. Don't forget, for you, it's a home, but at least you go out throughout the day. Whereas for cats, especially indoor cats, they spend most of their lives in here. So to them, this is even more so their paradise than yours in many ways. So just remember to pay attention to both the safety in the make, in the structural integrity of the structure itself. No frays, no falling over, no breaking. Thinking about what can possibly happen if they accidentally fall. Can they break something? Will they fall into something abrasive? Because these freak accidents do happen. So really have to think about that. Cats have 9 lives, but sometimes they do make little oopsies too. Letting our cats be a cat in the vertical space has huge benefits for their health. I can't stress that enough. Physical agility to their mental health. That said, some adjustments need to be made as they get older. More on that later in my future episodes. They feel safer and more secure when we respect their natural tendency to be vertical. Remember, your living space is more than just a place where you share with your cat. It's also a space where you can respect each other's space. You can respect each other's privacy. Just imagine a place like that. Who doesn't want it? So everyone, make sure you work together to make it comfy, happy, and well-designed. It's great to be able to live together with your cats in a home that's safe and optimized for everybody. For those of you that want to know more, I will be teaching an online course that takes everybody through a holistic approach to cat care for people who want to learn more about how to make their cats' lives better. This is perfect for not only first-time cat people, great for people who is having multiple pets, multiple cats, house, apartment, experienced cats, less experienced cat people. This is perfect. This in-depth course will cover a lot of ground, from preventative measures for common problems and making a fun and safe space for cats, learning about their dietary needs, behavior, what they want, what they need, and how important it is for their mental health and physical health. That said, it's not about knowing where to put things, but you also need to know about their individual personalities, their health needs, and that subtle art of communicating with your cats. This course is great for cat people of all levels who want to strengthen their bond with their cats, make sure their lives are just as full and as happy as possible. Everyone, stay tuned as the release date will be announced on my YouTube, Mellowcat, and my website, mellowcat.com, and you can check out my speaker bio for more. In the meantime, everyone feel free to subscribe, as I often drop gems, a lot of useful information from this cat mommy who's been juggling 10 cats with my optimized cat lifestyle. And trust me, I have a lot of time for myself. If that's something that you want, optimized lifestyle for you and your cats, and if you would like to learn more, stay tuned. That's it for my sharing today. I hope everyone have learned a little something that they can take away and apply. All right, back to you, Nicole.